Thank you, fathers and mothers of the different nations. My paper is about the significance of Ubuntu in green social work. My name is Dr. G.M. Lekganyane from University of Venda in South Africa. My departing point is about the definition of Ubuntu. The concept Ubuntu is a multifaceted term. It deals with humanness and togetherness. Let me just cite an example with regard to the South African situation. We have a rainbow national flag, which signifies the spirit of Ubuntu. The flag has different colors representing different people from different cultures. Now they come together and share the same notion with the issue of Ubuntu. The picture on the far right side of the slides indicates different hands that are supporting one another, of course, to cherish the notion of Ubuntu, which simply means that together people shall make a difference. The first African president of South Africa, Nelson Rolihlahla Mandela, and the Archbishop Desmond Tutu have played a significant role in advancing the notion of Ubuntu globally. Ubuntu started in Africa and it was advanced to the international communities by these two prominent figures that I've just mentioned now. In my mother tongue, Ubuntu means ke seo ke lego sona ka baka la batho, literally referring to I am because of people. And in Zulu they would say umuntu ngumuntu ngabantu. Nobody's an is in this world. We are always developing. And as we develop, we encompass the notion of Ubuntu. Ubuntu incorporates different cultural diversity from green social work perspective. The concept Ubuntu and green social work are inseparable. When we talk about green social work operates within the African philosophy of Ubuntu. You shall remember very well that green social workers challenges structural inequality, be it the health aspect, the housing aspect, race, gender, cultural diversity. All of these variables are accomplished with the notion of Ubuntu. Now, communication as the pillar of Ubuntu has the following important aspects. We all know that communication is a proper tool for human beings to accomplish their goal. How we communicate, what matters, how it matters, and with whom it matters is an important aspect for human being to be able to reach a final mind. If we don't communicate properly, if we don't do our things properly, we will definitely not be able to reach our goal if we don't incorporate the notion of Ubuntu. Ubuntu is a communitarian ideal for human connectedness. It is cherished by the values of respect, of course, acceptance, and the inherent uniqueness of human beings. Indigeneity and decoloniality are tackled through the notion of Ubuntu. Now, the African and the Western culture, when they are together, when they are infused, can serve a strong output of Ubuntu. Interconnectivity of Ubuntu and green social work. Ubuntu is a traditional concept. Now, if you look at the far right of the slides, there is a cycle with layers, and this, in the middle of this cycle, we see the concept Ubuntu. And around this Ubuntu, we see variables such as research, education, ethics and spirituality, praxis, economics, politics, peace. All these aspects revolve around the notion of Ubuntu. Ubuntu is employed as a recipe for success in everything that we do within the societal space. Education within an Ubuntu concept tends to yield fruitful results. Ubuntu is connected to peace. And as I say this, I get reminded of the late Archbishop Desmond Tutu during the time when he played a significant role during the Truth Reconciliation Commission. That was accomplished through the notion of Ubuntu. Green social workers operate within ethical consideration as they cherish the notion of Ubuntu. On the other hand, economics and politics takes place in the philosophy of Ubuntu. We also have epistemology and ontology, which revolves around the notion of Ubuntu. The ecological model of a community system. At the individual level, green social work deals with the client system and the family system within the community space. Then we have the organizational level, where green social workers, of course, address dynamics of the environment, also cherishing the notion of Ubuntu. It's followed by the environmental level, where we see the element of social justice, the way green social workers are empowering communities to develop resilience through strength perspective in dealing with environmental issues. We also have the spiritual ecological level, which is a holistic spirit that encapsulates the notion of religion, conservation, academia, as well as non-academia field. Now, different fields support one another as they deal with the issue of information, as you can see it here, developing programs as well as designing policies in order to deal with societal issues. Operation of Ubuntu through 3 natural and scientific systems. Ubuntu is characterized by interdisciplinary approach, multi-disciplinary approach, and trans-disciplinary mode of operation. In the case of interdisciplinary approach, that's where the different stakeholders would function together, plan together, and have a coherent system in dealing with societal matters. Now, in the case of multidisciplinary approach, that's where we see the different stakeholders trying to deal with the notion but maintaining their environmental space. And this is escalated to transdisciplinary mode of operation, where the different stakeholders such as academics, non-academics, organizations, non-government organizations, governmental organizations, come together to cherish the same notion that as different stakeholders, we can make it to develop new concepts, we can make it to develop theories, we can make it also, to come up with concrete resolution in addressing problems within the environmental space. Ubuntu within the 3-legged pot system. Ubuntu and the we feeling group spirit are interconnected. At the far right of the slide, you can see there are women here. They are together. They have this group spirit to say we are from the same family, and these women are busy cooking with this three-legged pot system. The picture clearly denotes women working in a team spirit. And as I say this, I get reminded of one of the traditional songs in South Africa by the name of Shosholoza. It is a South African freedom song. Now listen to the song. Let me quickly just go to it. This mining song became the South African anthem of unity. It was sung by the Ndebeles and the Ngunis while they were in the industry in Gauteng, which is the heartland of South Africa. The song originated in Africa, and then when they are talking about this notion Shosholoza, it's like they were talking about a situation where they want to see themselves moving forward, not going backward. And you know, they were supporting one another to say, let's move, let's go forward, we are fighting, we go forward. And they were doing that in a team spirit. The same situation is also applicable to green social workers when they service communities. They do that through the team spirit. They don't operate in silos like social work will do in the olden days. Ubuntu, or maybe let me just say green social work, tends to attend to community problems through the notion of Ubuntu. In conclusion, I like to say, behind the notion of Ubuntu, there is success in all the multifaceted societal structures. Operating in silos led to duplication of services way back. Now, let us come together and speak one voice in building the nation through Ubuntu. Ke a leboga. Thank you. Hwalavem, siyabonga, rulebuha, akenza, diabulela, bayadanki.